So who's involved with DairyTrace? This is a rather simple overview. I make reference to CFIA as the federal authority. They've contracted Lactanet to be the administrator for dairy cattle. And so we're in the center here, being the responsible administrator for dairy cattle traceability across the country. Perhaps less known is the fact that on the right in this diagram, we have Attestra, formerly called ATQ. And the perception is that Attestra or ATQ is responsible for traceability in the province of Quebec. And they are, but with the exception that they're not responsible for dairy cattle traceability in that province. That falls under DairyTrace. So Quebec traceability for beef cattle or other species does fall under Attestra, but dairy cattle falls under Lactanet and DairyTrace. And in the other 9 provinces outside of Quebec, beef cattle traceability falls under CCIA, and they're located in Calgary. So we have 3 administrators for traceability that touch the bovine species, and DairyTrace touches dairy cattle across the country. Attestra touches beef cattle in Quebec, and CCIA is responsible for beef cattle outside of Quebec. Under this agreement with Lactanet and obligations to CFIA, we've partnered with key industry partners to deliver the DairyTrace program. With DFC, we partner very closely because they establish the regulations for dairy farmers through ProAction, and we provide the platform for dairy farmers to report and record traceability events and births, etc. And then we've also partnered with Holstein Canada, and Holstein Canada is a close partner with ours, and I'll come back to exactly the role. But Holstein Canada has had a long history and interest and involvement in traceability, and so we have a great relationship with Holstein to deliver. And while not clear on this agreement, we also on this slide we also have an agreement with Attestra to help deliver DairyTrace services in the province of Quebec.